Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Going on Daily Live. This is your Thursday edition with JJ and Becky.
Woohoo!
Dream team. I do enjoy our Thursdays together. Not gonna lie.
I do too. I look forward to it. It's a good one.
I know that Ron tries to mix it up, get everybody with everybody, but I really enjoy our Thursdays
we're awesome.
together. Yeah, we're awesome. That's right.
Yeah.
We're talking conspiracies today.
Yes. And big trends happening, which you'll be excited for.
Yeah, I am excited. Why don't you just dive right into it? We don't even need to talk about anything else. Let's dive into it. Big market trends.
So the big trends, which from a product and service, what are the emerging kind of companies and businesses that are thriving and consumers really are looking for? Anything around health and wellness.
Woo! Okay, all right.
Yes, which I knew you would be excited for that.
Yeah, totally. People are coming around. After 2020, a lot of people's eyes were opened a little bit, and they were like, I can't go to the gym and I can't see my friends, but I can get McDonald's and beer.
Right. But yeah, health and wellness is not like you said, coming out of the COVID, but this year it's kind of taken a high. Anything around health and wellness remain kind of a top priority. But Q4, it's like people are gearing up for, I want to hit my 2025 goals over the health and wellness, all around preventative stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not just
diets.
I thought you would like. So it's the things that you and I talk about. I'm like, ooh, castor oil.
Love it.
Love it. All the people, the surge of that sober, curious category of
which I still am, by the way.
Wanted to reduce their alcohol intake or walking and running. So think of all the products, as consumers are keeping that at their top preventive. So also big trend, podcasts in that area are ones that are sought after. So content consumption, not just products and services, are hitting. It's going to be a Q4 big trend.
The nice thing about podcasts in that health and wellness space is if you're looking how to start or you're looking for literally anything, there's a podcast episode about it. Granted, you have to do your research, you have to see what works for you, but I mean, it's nice to know that if you want to have some motivation, you can find a podcast on the topic you are looking for.
And I think that's, influencers are becoming, I think, a little bit more, consumers are being really skeptical of influencers like the TikTok, because that's where the surge happened over the last couple of years, right? Of everybody, let me do this, I'll do it for you. And then it becomes, you can tell it's artificial, right? Genuine. You can, because when you see the same 15, 20 little, reels and videos, and it's the same product, that product has just pushed them to an influencer marketing, and 100%. They haven't tried it.
And they're all like this. They're like, this is my colon cleanse. This will get all my out of my body in no time. Oh yeah. I hate it. I hate it so much.
And then you got to do the, this is the cuppa.
Did they do that? I don't know.
They have they put a weird emphasis on syllables. But that's because, so people are becoming, consumers are becoming less attracted to influencers. They're not having the impact that they once did, because it's too much. It's too saturated. It feels too fake. It feels artificial.
Influencers became real popular because they were real people that were getting the limelight, and now they all are just get this colon cleanse. They're just tight and creepy.
And so now they are seeking. They're trying to find those the blogs, the digital media that is more genuine and is not the same fake regurgitated stuff from the brands.
Right.
Like I said, and then podcasts and videos like YouTube. When we've seen kind of the other Q4 trend, search is no longer SEO. It is or it's evolved because it now includes GEO and AEO. And so now SEO, instead of search engine optimization, is basically everywhere. So that's a big trend, because generative search, and then you've got the artificial and augmented search is kind of impacting. And so search is even fragmented. What we used to if you go on Google, we no longer use keywords. We use phrases.
Right. Yes.
Consumers, now some of the search engines, AI report, it's not always accurate, but most people are kind of using Google and Yahoo and Bing for really high level or just like superficial searches. But if they want anything like how to, or like how do I improve my health? How do I, lose, or the skepticism of evaluate these 5 different products. Evaluate, they're going to direct into ChatGPT.
Right.
So they're going, or, YouTube is now like the #1 search engine for anything how to as well.
Wow.
So
because people want to see how it's done, not
they
just
want to
read
see
about
it.
why.
And also it goes for how do I lose weight? So a lot of podcasters, video casters, they're being found on YouTube. If it's restaurant category, anything in the hospitality space, it's social media, it's Facebook, Instagram. So they're not, like the strength of Google My Business, of having that local listing that pops up first.
Yeah.
Hey, where should I go and eat? Where should I go shop? Where should I go? People are not even going to the search engines for those questions anymore.
Wow.
It's moving away to just go into Facebook or Instagram to go, what's the, what are restaurants around me? Or what are hotels in Denver to do their searches? So, yeah. So like, so now Instagram and Facebook is becoming more relevant and more of a competitor to like TripAdvisor.
Wow.
In that space. So it's just interesting. Cool. Search has become fragmented. It's really become more of a, what am I searching for? What do I want to ask? What do I want to look for? And consumers are becoming more savvy of how they use the different tools at their fingertips.
Yeah.
So that's a trend that's happening. And then we call it rise, and that kind of goes into the rise of the intentional spender, because we are becoming, as a consumer confidence has dropped because of the artificialness, the influencer, much more of a skeptical. So we want to be more intentional, but also just with tariffs and the economy and all that, our confidence to spend any money is, we're dropping at like an all-time low over the last several years. So people are being much more frugal, much more intentional. They are doing their homework, and that's why I'm saying it's forcing the fragmentation of how we go and find sources. How do we intend to shop? And I know we talked about last week, like that messy authenticity of brands. And that's where brands that are winning are kind of being more genuine and being real, letting some of the flaws go, but also it vibrates at a higher frequency. And so, I would say influencers like us, which are more informational, we're trying to build our credibility within our sphere, like Kyle and like in the coaching space, health and wellness space, me in the business space, because we are talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're giving real information with it. We're being, and we're not perfect, right? We're showing the flaws. We're not polished. It is, we're resonating better. And then because of the intentional spender, one of my other favorite trend that's happening is the thrift, the love.
Okay, yes. I'm into it.
I love it.
I'm into it.
So all like the even like the TJ Maxx's and the Marshalls, like the big box chains are coming because it's the thrill of the hunt for the bargain, for the deal. So it's, thrift stores are playing into it now. Like Facebook Marketplace is kind of playing into it. But all like even like the discount type stores because shoppers were becoming more intentional. We want to know, but it's that I got to be frugal.
Yes.
And I want to share it with the world of my food.
I'm just so tired of like excess, like my kids especially. And it's like, I need this, and I'm like, okay, let's find something used.
Right.
Well, why would we have used? I don't know, because it's like perfectly good. Like I sold my desk recently. I got a new desk. My kid needed exercise equipment. Yeah. I bought my kid a bed frame. I actually buy a lot from Facebook Marketplace.
I do too.
Because why not?
Why not? And Goodwill and thrift, like I find frames, great frames at like thrift store, or like I am a estate sale junkie. I mean, that's the first, like I look to see what's in the, what's going on. Or auctions are fantastic.
Yeah.
You can, or you look like some people are just trying to get rid of their stuff of vintage, furniture and things that need to be recovered. And they don't want to recover. So they're like, hey, it's free if you come pick it up. Like,
yeah, right.
All right, I'll spend $500 to get it recovered. But it is that. So I know that's kind of, we've seen it kind of creep in, I think, over the last couple of years, but it's hitting like a Q4 kind of, it's hitting a more priority. And they're saying that's like going to be a big trend.
That's cool.
And next year, along with the health and wellness space. So we're right in it, Becky.
Okay. All right. We're all just going to live off the land, have our recycled products, our furniture is recycled, our clothes are recycled.
Right. And people are spending money on experiences.
Yeah.
So it's much, like you said, it's not, hey, let's save the money here, because let's go and rather spend money at doing this
100%.
activity. Yeah.
Yes.
So
very much so.
That's another trend. It's all about, being intentional, being frugal, but spending money where they either feel like it's helping their health and wellness, and mental health is a part of that, but all about experiences.
Well, I saw this very interesting post yesterday that was listing like, going to Starbucks every day, your streaming services, your gym pass that you never use, money that you spend on this, eliminating
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was like, you'll spend all this, and it was like thousands a month, but you won't do this, like buy organic groceries, like actually go to the gym. Like,
right. Did I tell you, like, I'm trying to start this running club? It's more of an accountability thing for me. I don't know if I said it last week, but I have been trying to make a habit of walking daily. My doctor has been on me for a couple of years she's like, Jennifer, one, you need vitamin D. Like, you take vitamin D, but you need to go sit in the sunlight.
And you have so much sun where you live.
Yeah, like 20, 30 minutes. That's all you need. Yeah. You are depleted. And he's like, you talk about you need to lose weight. Just go do some kind of like walking 20, 30 minutes a day. So I do it maybe a couple times a week, but one of my 2025 goals was to make a habit of walking daily. So obviously I needed the structure. I haven't been able to do it. So I was like, how do I make myself accountable? Oh, I need a buddy. Or I need to have the intentionality of having a buddy. So I kind of posted and I've got to make it fun, right? So I had to have a name for my club, my little walking endeavors. So the names of my, I'd love to get your input. Is it, so the Walkzillas?
That's cute.
Cirque du Soleils.
Cirque du Soleils. Oh my gosh.
We'll walk for wine.
Oh, cute.
And the other one was, let's see, no run intended.
Okay. And these are all very punny. I like it.
Yeah, very punny. And no run intended is like bubbling up as one of
I like
favorites.
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil, that was another one.
Hilarious.
Walkzillas got voted. Oh, and the other one was like, was Walkies and Talkies.
Okay, that's cute.
Which was my kids' favorite. They were like, can we get walkie-talkies if we join 100%. In? And I'm like, That's what a phone is. What are you
So can anyone join from anywhere, or are they?
So yeah. So I'm gonna, to keep myself accountable, I'm gonna start this, probably practice this next week. But I'm gonna, because I can't commit to a daily schedule long term.
Right.
I make my week up, on a Sunday. So I'm gonna post here's where I'm gonna the times that I can schedule a walk in.
Yeah.
And here's where I'm going to go walk. So, because I need variety. So sometimes it might be, hey, come meet at my office and we'll walk around downtown, or let's go meet at this park, or maybe even go up. We're right at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Nice.
So maybe even like on the weekends, who wants to go meet up and do a waterfall walk?
Yeah, beautiful.
So just to post that, and then I have to go, because then if somebody shows up, I can't let them down. Even if nobody shows up, the fact that I feel like I will have to go. So that's my accountability partner. And if I get a buddy, I get a buddy.
Yes.
That's
a couple of years ago, two girlfriends and I who just recently told me that they were both sober curious, which I'm crazy about. Anyway, the three of us were doing a walking challenge, and was like, who can have the most steps this week? And Fitbit would track it, and you could actually do challenge groups on Fitbit. For whatever reason, they removed that feature, which is so stupid. But man, did it ever motivate us? So I was like walking everywhere, and I noticed like within a month, like just my pants fit so much better.
Yeah,
walking.
That's what I keep hearing. So I'm hoping. And yes, you're right, Ron. I did think about that. I'm like, I can't post my schedule public.
Yes, fair.
If they're interested, they can DM me. So at least I know I can miss them a little bit. And I'm going to create more of a Discord or a text thread channel and post it in a safe space.
That's good.
I don't need to do an alert to have somebody come kill me.
Right. Fair. Totally fair. Yes. If I get killed, I want it to be naturally.
That's right.
I don't want it to be planned out. Okay. Well, I love that. That's awesome.
So
Circus of Legs has my vote, and Sharon's, obviously. I didn't mention here, Ron said that he hasn't drank in 3 weeks. So that's awesome. Ooh. Congratulations, Ron.
He's embracing the sober curious.
Sober curious. Yes. Like right now. Okay. So I went for this shawarma, Middle Eastern food yesterday. It's insanely good. And they had these juices there. And I was like, okay, what is this? And they had
is that like a cucumber?
It's lemon mint. And it's literally just lemons and mint. Like I don't think there's anything else in it, because it literally tasted like lemons.
Well, I like also the container.
I know. Look at that. Right.
Great packaging.
Yeah. My friend had a strawberry one. They had berry. They had mango. But I got this one, and then I mixed soda water into it. So it's like almost like pop. What we call it. You guys call it soda. Yeah. It's really good. It's like a nice morning refresh, and it's super.
It's like your own little mimosa.
Exactly. It's my morning margarita, except it's all healthy. So yeah, here's to getting healthy in 2026. That's for sure. I want my best Christmas body.
That's right. That's right. Q4. I gotta get it.
Well, my birthday is in Q4, and it would be cool to enter into my 39th year feeling a little bit better about myself. Again, no, only for the first time.
I'm going to enter into it for my, 39th year. 13 years in a row.
I love it.
Look at you, Ron. Turning down 2 buds. I would turn it down 2.
So we don't want it anyway.
I wouldn't even turn. I would turn it down.
See, I'm not really a beer drinker. I like to socially drink, but I didn't need it. Right. And so it's been easy for me, even during camping season, just to have some sort of like delicious soda replacement. And
is that what it is for you? Is it camping season right now?
Well, yeah, it's September, so it's getting out of it. But camping season, patio season, lunch season, so Christmas, all the seasons. You like to be social.
All the things.
Yeah. I don't need a drink, but I like to be social and have one. So, but I haven't had that. So to my lemon water, to your walk club, your Circus of Legs. I love it. We're doing good things in 2026. Okay. So I better get through this here. Geez. So just so everyone knows, we are on every day, minus Fridays, at 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. You can follow us on Kick, YouTube, Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You can also follow us on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. That's where we're live every morning, minus Fridays. Although I hear that my show is going to go in on the morning, Friday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. So watch it there. Make sure you check us out on all of our socials. This is going to be a big breath here. Oh, wait, no, I forgot this one. Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio. That's where you can watch us, listen to us after the fact. Not live, no video, but you can definitely listen to us there at RA Broadcasting. Social medias, we have 80,000 of them. U42, Odyssey, Parlor, Gab, Spacehey, MeWe, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, TikTok. We used to have Instagram, not anymore because it's a Meta product. And of course, Patreon at RA Broadcasting, where you can get yourself some merchandise, RI Broadcasting. And of course, on X/Twitter at Broadcasting RI. I don't even know how Twitter works. One day, maybe I'll go on and play around. I feel like I would like it. I like posts I see from Twitter, so maybe one day. You can also follow us on our new Facebook page, Going On Daily Morning Show. As I said many times, we have been zucked. Our original show got zucked on there. Ron lost his Facebook. We lost 10,000 followers. So now we're looking to get people here at Going On Daily Morning Show just so that we can go live again on Facebook. Now, over here under JJ, you can support our show at our website, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. And Mark Zuckerberg, if you're feeling bad about, zucking our page, just go ahead and donate $10 million to our show, which you can do on our website. Finally, on our website, you can vote for the Hall of Fame. This month is movies. We have talked about this a few times now. We got Grease, Jaws, Rocky, Saturday Night Fever, and The Godfather. Go ahead and vote. I voted for Jaws. But it literally could be any one of these movies. Last I checked, Grease was in the lead, which I am shocked by. Absolutely shocked by.
Yeah, I would say Rocky or The Godfather would have doubled up.
Grease is still in the lead. See, Grease is a great movie. Is it better than Jaws or Rocky or The Godfather? Probably not, but who knows? So go ahead to RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net and vote for your favorite there. Whew, okay, I need a drink after that. Okay, so Ozempic. Everyone loves Ozempic right now. It is such a push. It is such a push right now for Ozempic. And, I see a lot of clients all the time. Often people come in who have been on Ozempic, who have not great side effects of it. In fact,
what are the bad side? What are they?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. So many. Gallbladder, losing your gallbladder.
What?
You need that. They say you don't need it, but you need it. So I'll get into it here, but so it's created by a company called Novo Nordisk. And I want to say in August, they got slammed with this $2 billion lawsuit. $2 billion. So 1,800 people have been left permanently blind from taking Ozempic. I'm sorry, what? At least you're skinny? No. But that's just the beginning of all of the things that are going wrong with it. And so there's a lot of people who, for me, I could probably lose 40 pounds. And my doctor,
I'm in that camp.
And my doctor prescribed Ozempic to me. And I'm like, I probably won't take this. Thank you though. Because I don't want to lose my gallbladder. I certainly don't want to go blind. My eyes are crap as it is. I need them. I need what I have left. But some of the things that it's doing, shrinking the heart muscle, apparently. So I guess it's well known that Ozempic causes severe muscle loss. A lot of people have said
because that's what I've heard. That's where the weight gain or the weight loss comes. It's not from fat. Reducing fat. It's from reducing muscle.
Yeah. And you need more muscle to lose weight. The more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So you don't want to lose and not to mention, you're going to be sore and not be able to move. And you're going to be an old person who literally can't walk. You're hunchback because you have no muscle mass. You need that. So it says in animal studies, it now looks like this miracle drug. I like how they put that miracle drug may also cause the heart muscle to shrink. So that's a big one. I think we need our hearts to be like in proper working order. It also causes nausea that ruins your appetite. Now, for some people, like you eat, you feel sick. It's not really that normal, but you kind of get over it, right? But in some cases, like Ozempic has been shown to slow down the stomach emptying. So now food is just sitting there, which is going to be really hard on your digestive system.
Yeah.
The result, the results in constant nausea and zero interest in eating and probably a lot of puking. They call it manageable, but like if you're not eating, you're not healthy. Like, let's put it this way. Again, I get a lot of clients who come in and they're like, I don't want to eat. I don't feel good. I don't want to eat. And it's like that. The problem is not that you're not hungry. The problem is that your digestive system is struggling big time. Like your body is probably like, no more. We can't take any more garbage in our bodies. And so, like we talked about blindness, vision loss is another one of these terrifying side effects. It says that thousands of men have reported sudden unexplained vision loss after taking Ozempic. I can't even imagine that. Like, why? And why men and not women? That I don't understand. Another one is vomiting. So like we said, feeling nauseous, violent and persistent vomiting. It's shown that 4% of patients quit the drug because of nonstop vomiting. Now, 4% doesn't seem like a lot, but you figure if 1 million people are on it, yeah, that's a lot of people. And we're not just talking like a little bit of, but like we're talking like full body rejection, like exorcism, puking. So that, that's not cool. I don't want that if I'm trying to lose weight. And then, of course, diarrhea on top of it. So diarrhea isn't great when it's in excess because you're literally depleting yourself of minerals. You are depleting your nutrients, your electrolytes every time you have diarrhea. But it says that with Ozempic, loose stools are common and prolonged. It starts as mild GI distress. And this is what my doctor had said to me. Like, it can cause like some gut issues, which, I mean, who doesn't have some gut issues? Now we're going to add to gut issues?
Right. Does Ozempic apply for, I mean, is it the same as the it starts with an M.
Mounjaro?
Yeah, Mounjaro. And then there's
Wegovy.
Well, yeah. And there's someone that starts with a T. I don't know. Are they all like this?
That I don't know. This
GLP-1, like even
so
the generics, or is it just there's something in
Ozempic
itself? Because why wouldn't they go after all the others
right
for a lawsuit for blinding?
I do believe that the Novo Nordisk actually creates a bunch of these different brands.
Oh, okay. So it's also from the same company.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain.
Just put them in different labels.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, this GI distress, that starts as like stomach aches or whatever, but it ends up turning into chronic electrolyte loss and gut inflammation. So you're no longer absorbing the food that you eat, and that's obviously horrible for you. Another side effect is pancreatitis. So that's like akin to being a alcoholic, right? Is having pancreatitis. It's been linked to acute pancreatitis, in some cases fatal for people. That's wild. So if you feel a sharp pain in your upper abdomen shooting to your back, you need immediate medical care. So a few years ago, I started having pain like that, and I went to the hospital in the middle of the night because it's easier to get in, like shorter wait times. And they just kept saying, like, are you a drinker? And I'm like, I'm really not. Like maybe 1 or 2 a month, like maybe. And they're like, are you sure you're not a drinker? Are you sure? And I was like, I promise you, I'm not a drinker. It ended up not even being pancreatitis at all. I ended up pulling a rib, and it was the exact same pain as what people who are having pancreatitis go through. So they were like, I really don't think you're an alcoholic, like you say, but this is what and I'm like, I swear to you, I'm not a drinker. Another one is gastroparesis. This one's crazy. This is stomach paralysis. I actually had a client with gastroparesis, and he said it's horrible. So it's like
you can't digest.
Yeah, bloating, nausea, vomiting. It doesn't go away because your stomach will not empty on its own.
Oh.
This is crazy. Finally, another one is bowel obstruction, which is fatal for people. If you're not pooping.
You're not pooping. That's not a good thing.
It's called ileus. It stops your digestive system completely cold. So no gas, no bowel movements, severe pain. And one of the cases that have been reported was actually fatal. So I don't know. To me, it doesn't really seem worth it to lose weight. Like you could,
Or
in theory,
let's just get out and walk.
You need to
use our
join
castor oil.
Yeah, you definitely need to take some castor oil to help you get it out of you. You need to join Walkzilla. You need to, I don't know, eat a salad or something.
Eat
some chicken. I don't know.
Don't eat too much. Like portion control.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There's also some stuff on their fine print that they're not talking about. So Ozempic face. So that's rapid weight loss. You've seen celebrities, they all are like,
oh yeah. Well, then they got to go and then they got to pump up with the filler.
Well, they get the filler up here. They get the like buckle, whatever there, or they like get it pulled out. But then it says that it actually ages you because you've lost so much fat in your face. Obviously, the more round your face is, the younger you look because you look like a child.
Can you affect GLP-1 blocker naturally? Like, do you need the drug to be able to do that?
Right.
Can you do that naturally?
I'm sure you can. I mean, again, the more muscle you have, the more you're just going to be in a constant state of burning fat. The higher like your metabolism is. So like you're eating like clean, healthy, consistent meals. You're not putting your body in starvation mode. You manage your blood sugar. So things like berberine, for example, is like a natural way of managing your blood sugar because that's what Ozempic is.
Yeah.
Like these are diabetes medications. This is to help regulate blood sugar. So berberine is a very natural version of that. So quite honestly, like your body knows how to be well. Like it just needs a push in the right direction. And unfortunately, Ozempic is probably not it. Don't get me wrong. I considered it. I totally considered it.
Yeah, I considered it. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the natural thing to use? Yeah, berberine. Look into berberine. BERBERIN.
Like the brand?
Berberine. No, it's
like some high-end fashion. Is that what you're pushing?
Yes, berberine. It's plaid.
Get me a raincoat with a nice plaid inside.
Exactly. It's not it at all. So berberine, let me just pull up the internet here, is a natural compound with potential health benefits, particularly for blood sugar regulation, cholesterol management, and weight loss. It's an active compound. Herb? Yeah, found in plants including the European barberry, golden seal, and Oregon grape. It's a class of compounds known as alkaloids and has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, particularly Chinese and Ayurvedic practices. So yeah, berberine's very cool. Look into it, people. It's nature's Ozempic. But yeah, some of the fine print: Ozempic face, breast changes for women, aka Ozempic boobs. I don't know what that means. It does not go into it, but it doesn't sound great. Thyroid tumor warning.
Is Ozempic boobs like just basically saggy because you've lost all mass?
Probably. So I had weight loss surgery in 2014, and man, oranges and socks. Okay, like they just to nothing. Ozempic boobs. Okay, people are taking this breast changes after weight loss. Yeah, it's just going to be no meat in them. So yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Ron, why are they using it? Because they want to get skinny.
Yeah. Instead of working out, they can do that and not have to work out.
All it really does is like curb your appetite so you're not eating. But if you're not eating, you're not nourishing, you're not getting the protein to repair, you're not building muscle.
Right.
Thyroid tumor warnings. I know that my doctor had said, oh, like you haven't had any thyroid issue. I said, no. And he goes, well, you did have breast cancer, but you haven't had thyroid cancer. So you should be okay on Ozempic. Like, oh, should I be okay? Okay. Muscle loss from caloric suppression, as we know, and just metabolic damage in general. But a lot of people are reporting gallbladder issues. So my friend was on it and like just for a very short time and had to have her gallbladder removed. And I mean, you need that to break down fat. So, yeah.
I like how
wild. I don't know.
Ron's hashtags are
always. Oh, these are Sharon's Ozempic boobs.
Oh, that's a Sharon's. I was like, we'll have some like random. He'll put hashtag gallbladder.
Yeah. Hashtag gnome. I love it. So anyways, the long and short of the story is Ozempic good for you? I mean, obviously weigh the pros and cons. If losing weight to you is like above anything else, do it.
Yeah. Or ask the doctor, because they would know to say, is there something specific in the brand name, like the Ozempic versus the makeup of either the generics or one of the others. One of the other minis.
I'm guessing since they all do sort of the same thing, as in like caloric suppression, appetite suppression, blood sugar is like not, I don't know, it's not regulated. I think they all probably have the same issue. So all right, well, let's dive into something different here. Today in history.
Oh, so super fun fact.
Exciting. Okay, love it.
So September 18th, which is today, in this history, 1793, George Washington laid the cornerstone for the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. So we have some nice Americana,
love it.
Milestone. Ron might like this one because he's a sports fan. In 1848, baseball ruled that a first baseman can tag the base for out instead of the runner.
Oh, wow.
That was the fun fact of September 18th, 1848. 1851. Here's some media fun facts.
Okay.
The first edition of the New York Times was published. CBS, with their 18 radio stations that they had built, went on air for the first time in 1927.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Addams Family debuted on ABC in 1964.
What a great show. Great show.
In 1965, Get Smart and I Dream of Jeannie premiered on NBC.
Ron loves those shows.
Yeah. Here's some. Jimi Hendrix died at age 27 in London in 1970 on this day. In 1975, Patty Hearst was captured by FBI agents.
That was a crazy story, that Patty Hearst.
1978, WKRP in Cincinnati premiered on CBS. In 1987, DuckTales premiered.
Ooh, I loved DuckTales.
So yeah, random fun facts of, and I think this was also the CIA was established on this day in like 1940, something as a separate entity. I'll find the date.
Okay. Yeah. By Preston Bush? George Bush Sr.'s father?
1947, the CIA was established as a separate service following the National Security Act.
Very cool.
So well before the Bushes.
Oh, but the dad Bush, Grandpa Bush.
Grandpa Bush.
He was apparently quite involved, heavily.
Involved in the CIA, FBI, all of that.
I love a good conspiracy.
Oh, I know. Which is that our cue to go into the conspiracy?
Well, we could if you're done, for sure. I was gonna go grab my calendar. I'm looking at it up here, but I don't have pants on, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna stand up. So it's not that kind of show. But I'm sure something good is on that list for fun facts of today.
Yes.
My dog, well, she's no longer with us, but her birthday was September 18th. It's a special day for us.
Well, then that is it's a fun fact in history.
Yes, exactly. So many people on my friends list and people that I know have birthdays September 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th.
September is like the biggest month.
Is it because of Christmas? People getting all horny in Christmas?
I wonder. Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Okay.
We're on hashtag no
pants. You're gonna get the wrong crowd coming here, Ron.
All right, conspiracy time.
Okay, I found this one the other day and I was like, dang, we have to talk about this. The Titanic.
Oh.
The Titanic was not an accident.
They didn't run into the iceberg?
Well, I think they intentionally ran into an iceberg. I don't know. I don't really know. Ron is coming from the penis frenzy. Yes, that's right. After the great penis discussion of 2 weeks ago. Yes. Hilarious.
I love it. Yes. So they think somebody saw the iceberg and went.
Well, I don't know the details of that, but it is very convenient, some of the things that went on the Titanic or happened surrounding the Titanic going down. So
I'm like sharing the tea.
So what this author is talking about is they say it's like the beginning of a global takeover. So on board of the Titanic was enemies of central banking, but they died. The bankers survived. The next year, the Federal Reserve was born. So in 1910, so 2 years before the Titanic went down, a secret meeting took place on Jekyll Island in Georgia. That sounds
That's not that far from me. That's like 3-4 hours from
That's
here.
like very mysterious sounding. Also, Jekyll
It is.
Island.
It's right outside of Savannah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah.
The attendees there included Paul Warburg. He was from Kuhn, Loeb & Co. I don't know. Maybe Americans know what that is. Nelson Aldrich from, he's a Rockefeller ally. JP Morgan representatives, Rothschild connected bankers, and Jacob Schiff. Again, I'm Canadian. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
The agenda was to create a private central bank. So this is 1910. Their goal was to
make money.
Control America. Yeah, to make money and to control America's money. The outcome was the Federal Reserve Act, which was passed in 1913. So now after the Titanic went down. But there was almost no public debate and almost no resistance. But there was one problem. In 1912, the Titanic had set sail. On board were 3 men, John Jacob Astor, Benjamin Guggenheim, and Isidor Straus. Yeah, they all died, obviously. Right. They represented old money.
And came from big families.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Like the Guggenheim, the Astor, like, is that of like the Astoria Hotel? Yeah. Astor, yeah.
Yeah.
Strauss, I don't know. The Levi Strauss? No, that's not very big.
That's it. No.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So yeah, these are big names.
Big names.
So they represented old money, and they could have slowed down the shift into that central banking. So I don't know this to be 100% true, but was it not?
Well, and that's the part of conspiracies. There, nothing's
really 100% right. But was it not? Excuse me, like backed by precious metals prior to that, like gold and silver, prior to central banking?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure on that one. So it says that these bankers who supported the Federal Reserve conveniently did not go on the ship.
Were they supposed to?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. This kind of is like the 9/11 Twin Towers, how like Larry Silverstein, like the owner of the towers, had breakfast every morning at the top of the tower. And then he just like conveniently, like for years and years and years. And then like on September 11th, he just like did it. But also like the month before, got a massive insurance policy taken out on them. So like,
right.
What is it? Like if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Right, it's probably a duck. That's right.
Probably. So in 1913, the Federal Reserve Act passes with no one in the way to stop them. The Federal Reserve was created and everything changed. The U.S. now has a central bank. The Fed is not federal. It has no reserves, it's saying. It's a private banking cartel that now controls inflation, interest rate, U.S. government debt policies, money creation indirectly. It doesn't print money directly, but it does make debt creation possible on a massive scale.
That's right.
Then came World War I, so 1914. For the first time in U.S. history, a central bank helped finance global war. Banks loaned governments billions of dollars. Governments spent the money. Citizens paid it back with taxes and lives. And then now this pattern has been repeated ever since. So it's created a cycle. Conflict breaks out. Governments borrow billions of dollars.
The machine. It's the war. The war machine that they. We always hear about.
Yes.
Rich people make more money.
Mm-hmm.
In a state of
war is good for economy. Like it's messed up, man.
But not for everybody.
No, certainly not. Exactly.
Let's be clear.
The 99%.
It's not good for everybody.
Exactly. Totally. So it says now the central bank then prints the money, citizens pay with taxes, bankers profit off of the interest, and then inflation happens. The endless war equals endless profits. So today, the system still runs on debt. It's called fractional reserve banking. So if you deposit $1,000, the bank lends out $9,000. The rest created out of thin air because you're not actually spending any money. What you're spending is digital currency, and you don't actually have the $1,000 or $9,000.
Right.
You have air money. So they charge interest on that money that never actually existed, and your money becomes worth less over time. Like think of in World War II, people were literally burning their cash because it was worth nothing, and they needed the money for heat, or they needed the heat from fire. So the result becomes more loans, which equals more dollars. More dollars equals less value per dollar. That's inflation, which is silent hidden tax. Right. Prices rise, wages stagnate, your money buys you less every year by design, as we can see, especially these last few years, man, just like a massive hike for everything. But the same thing, rent out of control, mortgage interest rates out of control. So this isn't mismanagement, according to this author, it's engineered dependence. All money is born as debt. You owe interest on every dollar. The system creates more debt to then cover the interest, and then it's a loop that you can never end.
That's right.
The system doesn't grow.
It's all about control.
Totally. The system doesn't grow. It collapses. So it goes through more war, more printing, more debt. That's how money is created. The people suffer and the bankers get richer. Like you said, that 1%. Mm-hmm. So control the money, you're going to control the world. Right. If you lend your government billions, I own your government. This is why they say that there's like elites that are controlling, everyone's like a puppet. Well, this is why, because they're being financed through these like insanely rich families. Right. So, I mean, this is the conspiracy even further is like the elections are rigged because whoever prints the money then gives the orders. So it's like, do we actually have democracy, or is it already just scripted for us?
Makes you wonder.
Yeah. So it says that leaders who actually opposed central banks, JFK, signed an executive order 11110 to issue silver-backed dollars. So again, like back to the gold standard or the metal standard. Gaddafi proposed a gold-backed African currency, we don't say that one. Tried to remove Germany from the central banking system. What happened to all of them? Now, that being said, I don't think was a good person. I don't think Gaddafi was a good person. JFK maybe, but I don't know. Interest is banned in Islam, apparently, and early Christianity. Why? Because it creates class division, finance slavery, wealth concentration, endless debt cycles, systemic collapse. But today's banks run on it. So many of the early bankers were Jewish, not by conspiracy theory, but historically speaking, they were. In Christian Europe, interest rates were banned. Jews excluded from land ownership became the only legal lenders. The legacy shaped modern banking. So it's ending by saying the Titanic wasn't just a shipwreck. It was a complete power shift, a moment in history that was just like quietly written while everyone is stressing about this boat going down and thousands of their loved ones dying. What's actually happening is this shift into this Federal Reserve System. Those who oppose the central banking system died at sea. The survivors built the financial system that we still live under 115 years later. The same system that funds war, the same system that funds big pharma, the same system that profits off of crisis. It's the same system that controls your freedom without ever actually firing a bullet. Money equals power. Control your money and you're controlling you.
That's right.
So crazy. I saw this and I was like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, because, there's also some 9/11 conspiracy theorists that have kind of gone into that same of who were some key people. Was it really just covering up to one floor or some powerful people that were in the building?
Well,
and you would never know because it was,
And I think it was the day before, was it Donald Rumsfeld came out with a press conference saying that they couldn't find trillions of dollars or something insane. And then it was like, okay, we're going to have to look for this. We're going to have to, and then the next morning was like 9/11. And it's like, no one ever thought about those trillions of dollars ever again.
Right.
Right. Then there's a lot of conspiracies surrounding 9/11.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you just happen to find a passport. I mean, like jet fuel burned all this metal, but like the paper that survived, the paper passport survived. Like, it's just stupid. Everything is like scripted narrative, honestly. Even this past week, like the Charlie Kirk thing, like everything we're being told is such scripted narrative on it. Like some kid was the shooter and he like dismantled the gun and then like changed his clothes quick and then remantled. Yeah.
The whole thing. I'm just trying to stay arm's length. Give me some space so I can think more clearly and more critical.
But like the conspiracy in me is just like ready to go. Like watching
we
all
need
the
tea. We need
totally. I'm like, I need to know more. And I'm like, I need to put my phone down. And I'm like, can't conspiracies. So yeah, it's been
I've seen some crazy ones like from both sides. And I'm just like, I need to step away.
Totally. At the end of the day, like there are people higher than us, higher than our government.
We're not in those rooms. We're
literally we're pawns. Society is pawns. We literally have no control. You think you live in a democracy? You don't really.
Well, and people are using this as, I think, their power grabs. They're, chipping away at our freedom of speech, freedom of expression of thought. I mean, there's witch hunts going down in South Carolina. You got people in government that are literally scanning teachers and university professors of their blogs, their social media, and they're firing people left and right. And it's like, well, they should just be scripted. Teachers just need to take the script. And it's like, that's not what teaching is. It's about sharing of ideas and thoughts, but also that's their private thoughts. And when you start encroaching into those kind of freedom of speech, freedom of thought, the freedom of expression, it gets in a scary world when government does that, like that overreach. It becomes super I feel like we're in the McCarthy era again. Whoa, this is getting we learn from history from that.
Do we?
Haven't we?
Do we though? I don't know. I don't think so. So, for example, the whole trending right now is Jimmy Kimmel getting suspended from ABC.
Well, follow the money on that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, that is Nexstar is trying to acquire Tegna. I mean, that's been in the media. That's a $6 billion thing. And the FCC director has said, I don't like what Jimmy Kimmel, when he bashes Trump. And he kind of said, hey, this guy needs to go. If you want me to pass because for them to pass it, FCC has to raise their cap of allowed. So right now it doesn't fill in the criteria. So the FCC chairman would have to change the criteria for the acquisition to go through. And
so they were just looking for a reason then.
And he said, you want this to pass? You want me to change the criteria? I don't like what this guy's saying.
Yeah. Well,
so conveniently.
Yeah. I actually listened to it. I do not like Jimmy Kimmel. I am very put off from him from during COVID. The things that he was saying about people who chose not to be vaccinated. He was nasty to my kind. And I didn't like it. And so I haven't liked him since. But I actually didn't think he deserved to be put on suspension or leave or whatever off of his comments the other night. At this point, it's just a little extreme.
It's a little extreme, right? It's like what they're calling they're calling it death grifting, right? Those that are kind of grifting off and trying to do power plays to make, shaming people, doing this fear tactic, but over exaggerating. And not to say that what happened to Charlie was that terrible. That was awful. But what's happening as the aftermath is getting It's getting way too close to authoritarianism.
I do think some people deserve to lose their jobs over some of their comments just because of like how violent or heinous their comments were.
Yeah. But people are getting fired for just reposting.
Fair. And that's not right.
That's not right. Like they're just sharing to go, hey, this is why, not condoning it, but I didn't agree with it. And like this is why I don't like, if you have to police somebody's quotes post-mortem.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't worth defending all that.
I also think a lot of the quotes were taken out of context, but yes, I see what you're saying. But I think there's one teacher specifically that got fired because she was saying some quite violent, horrible things, and that's a person in charge of your children. Like that person should lose their job. But like majority of the people who've lost their job over it it's excessive.
It's silly. Yeah. Like way too excessive.
People are tense right now, and I think the issue is not with each other. The issue is with the government and beyond. But they're like plotting everyone or pitting everyone against each other.
Well, that's
like
the plan.
Very divisive. I know.
Because then you can slide things in, like, oh, let me get this. You know, if I take away people's voices and expression of thought, we lose our freedoms. Start slipping. Easy. For sure. Yeah.
Ron says you can't criticize this regime. You can't criticize any regime, Ron. You can't.
If it's a regime.
And even if you do, I don't know. Nothing's going to change because at the end of the day, you have zero democracy. Like, we're just pretending like we have it.
Right. So. Well, I want to hold on to as much as we can.
Literally. Yeah, it could be worse. Don't get me wrong. There's other countries in the world that are much worse off than us.
We've got a bill that's going on the floor in South Carolina. Oh, I don't want to talk about politics, but it's basically, again, it's encroaching a lot of women's rights.
Sharon saying it's ironic that people in power can say whatever they want. However, the masses have to be careful.
That is what's called authoritarianism and fascism, and that's where we're slowly creeping into that. So the more that we, again, we shouldn't be policing people's freedoms of speech, private thoughts, even public thoughts in social media. Because people are like, well, they posted in, social media, that's public. And I said, yeah, but it's today's town square.
Yeah,
right?
Fair.
And if you look back at that's what our founders wanted, to be able to have freedom of expression in a town square where you don't get fired, beheaded, punished. And so the more that government comes in and creates this like fear of, ooh, I better not say that publicly, whether you are a teacher, you work for a corporation, whatever, private corporations can have some more, I think, it's their own it's their own rules, but public, if you're a teacher, government, your boss shouldn't have to come in and police that. That's just, I think that's where we get sliding into the danger area.
Fair. Now, and people want to say that it's like a political side thing. Like, obviously your government right now is conservative. Right. And so people are saying, oh, it's fascism.
It's not conservative. I'm conservative. They are an extremist.
Well, yeah, whatever it is. But look at Canada. It's been a liberal government for 10 plus years. And we definitely weren't allowed to say things, post things, support things that were anti-government, anti-COVID, anti-lockdowns.
Yeah.
People were literally having their bank accounts frozen if you donated to the trucker convoy, which was a big deal for Canadians. Like, Canadians are not united the way that Americans are. We're like, patriotism, not really. Meh, we just live here, right? And then so for the first time in many, many years, people were united and connected, and they were saying, like, our government can't be controlling us like this. They can't say what we're allowed to do. They can't be stopping businesses. It's like they were standing out, and then people were literally getting their bank accounts frozen where they could not spend. Like that's insane. And so that's from a liberal government. So it really doesn't matter what government you have. If the narrative is being controlled,
right,
you have a problem.
Right. And that's where we need to keep vocal, keep kind of telling, not letting us slip and slide and trying to be this like moral authority to be the moral majority, because that we start losing control and we start becoming more sheep-like, and that's not good.
Totally.
Especially in the teachers, like I welcome curiosity and freedom of ideas. That's what we want our teachers to do beyond just the script of what they're, because you want the kids to come home and let's have a dialogue. That's what I think is what's scary for people, is having come home and go, hey, mom and dad, why are we a part of this theology? Or what do you think about this? And the adults in the room are afraid to get those because they don't know how to answer it. And instead of lifting themselves up, educating themselves up, working on themselves, they would rather do the fear, the control, let's be in compliant, rather than just welcoming the discussion. And
I agree. When my kid was like 3rd grade, I think, she came home and was like, my teacher said this, this, and this about American politics. And I was like, what? Like, why is your teacher talking to you about this? Like, sharing their personal beliefs to a very impressionable child as fact. And that I didn't appreciate, because it's like, it doesn't even apply to our country. Like, keep your opinions to yourself. These are my impressionable children. We're not talking to politics to 8-year-olds.
But you could also take that moment to go, let's talk
we did.
about it. Yeah.
We had a conversation for sure.
Yeah.
And we do often, right? Like, I'm lucky that my kids do talk to me. And so we do have the conversations about things. And I try to keep it like open-minded, like every perspective. Yes, I might be a certain way, but like there's other perspectives. And I also want them to explore that.
That's right. Because that's how we build the next generation. Because they become healthier thinkers. They become innovators. They become builders. If we just kind of control those classrooms in a script environment and not have the ability to teach critical thinking, we're going to have robots, and that's where humans can be easily replaced by AI.
Yeah,
because we need critical thinkers
100%
to be able to control the AI, the artificial.
Yes.
So
and we don't have critical thinkers. We have people who go to the internet, click on the first hit. This is what it says, forgetting that number one, I like, maybe you don't agree with this. I think Google is scrubbed. It's very tough to find anti-rhetoric on because it is scrubbed. You know, the rich people are paying to have their stuff at the top. Okay.
That's right.
So
that's right. Stuff is scrubbed, stuff is monitored.
Yeah. So if you don't realize,
like we get in our side also, Facebook and Instagram, all the social media, it is intentionally curated to keep us in our different echo chambers.
Totally.
That's what it's designed for. So that's why I was like, I have to take a step back and go, how do I want to use these things with purpose, and not get caught up in the crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I got to keep my mental.
It is very easy to get caught up in it. You should have seen me through COVID. Like, I don't know if I'm proud of the person I was then, but I lost friends. I intentionally shunned people that I was close with because I didn't appreciate their sheep-like behavior. Right. And I was like, how many of us are going to have to get fired before you guys just stand up for what's right? And, I did get fired, and I was okay with that because I stood up for what I believed in. And so when I had friends that didn't, I was like, okay, bye. I've come around. I'm not crazy anymore. I'm fairly well-rounded these days. Right. But I went through it for sure. Big time. It's a good thing nobody knew me back then.
You're like, we all have our journeys, right, Becky?
Yes.
We all have our journeys.
I was actually on a conspiracy podcast and it was awesome, but I don't know. I don't have the mental energy for that these days. After I got sick, I'm like, I don't have the energy for that. So now, this week, being back on my phone, being like,
you were I used to. And then, of course, we'll have to do it next week, another lively update.
Oh yeah, I need it for sure. Okay, well, before we go here, I know we're going over the time here, but you've got a Demon Slayer up.
So, all right,
I don't even know what that means.
To do it,
I don't even know what that means.
So I got roped in this past weekend, for a bunch of teenagers to go see Demon Slayer. It's a Japanese anime. Which my kids love the mangas, the anime, and this is like a huge, animation movie. And I was like, they're like, do you want to go? I was like, that is like, I love storytelling. I love movies. Like I'm a movie and TV junkie, but anime is not my thing. But I didn't, I dropped them off, and then they called me back. They're like, it's rated R.
Oh, okay.
They're like, we need an adult to accompany us.
So you had to go.
So I had to go 3.5 hours.
Oh, geez.
In
That's too many hours.
In Japanese.
Subtitles? That's too much.
It was a lot. But I will say I did enjoy myself.
Okay. All right.
It was one, there were just a lot of good themes. I was surprised. I mean, it felt like you're reading a comic book series, the way that they kind of chopped up the different demons that they had to slay. So it was like after the vignettes of this hero is going to slay this demon, and they talked through the backstory, the origin story of how did they become a demon, and it was because they were corrupt in there as a human. Whatever happens, tragedy, relationship health, whatever kind of poisoned their mind and their soul, and they become demons. And so the demon slayers come in and have to they're really hard. There's different levels: first level, second level, third level, whatever. But like I said, I'm watching this. I'm like, this is actually kind of a neat, they hero villain struggle. It was all about the demons end up being slayed because of the overpowering of love, empathy, kindness. Is how you prevent yourself from falling into the demon world, but also how you slay has some of those themes as part of it. So it was beautiful animation. So I was more reading the subtitles. I'm not gotten the connection had it been the English dub, because then I would have had to been paying attention to weird, versus it was really easy to see things on screen to go.
Right.
After the sixth, Demon Slayer, I'm like, oh, I'm starting to see a trend.
So now do they get turned back to human once they're slayed, or they're dead, they're done?
They finally get to pass on to enlightenment.
Life. Enlightenment. Yeah, I guess it'd be Buddhist probably.
Yeah. So it wasn't, like I said,
it
was an interesting thing. But I'll tell you what was most fascinating was the lunch with the kids, as they were talking about how they really kind of had that passion for media. They were very media literate. They understood parallels around the hero's journey and storytelling.
Wow.
And that's what I was fascinated with that. And I was like, oh, let me throw in my 2 cents. So I said I was like a fellow nerd in this little circle of, teenagers that love movies and books and material. So it was a joy.
That's awesome.
My entire Saturday.
My daughter liked anime for a brief moment. She is over it now. But she's really into Korean culture.
Yeah.
Big into the K-pop, Korean dramas, things like that. My daughter,
that's what I said. She's into Japanese anime, the K-pop, the anything Asian culture. Our favorite date nights are going, and she loves ramen, but we go get different ramen bars and different sushi bars.
Is this your 14-year-old?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's my
Totally.
13-year-old.
And her whole group of friends are all into
that's
that.
cute.
So yeah.
There's talks about us maybe going to Japan in early 2027, and my daughter was like, oh, can I come? Because it was supposed to be an adults trip, and it was like, how do we go to Japan and not bring this kid?
So right, like she would be fascinated. Like they want to, and there's talks of bringing the Japanese style 7-Elevens to the U.S.
Oh, no way.
Like bringing so 7-Eleven has been talking about kind of how do they bring that same fascination and their products and all that, and reinventing
more of it,
their stores. And so my daughter was like, "Ooh, when are they going to do it?" Because the 7-Elevens here are shit. Like they are.
You get your taquitos, you get your Slurpee,
and you move on. But yeah, that would be.
Very
cool. They're excited about that. So that was my Saturday.
Awesome. That sounds nice. It's a nice time to bond with your children, honestly. Right. Like it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're doing something that they love and they see you enjoying it with them. Like I think that's invaluable. Right. Or valuable? I don't know the word.
Hashtag
Slurpee. Perfect. Well, on that note, we'll end it for today. Hashtag Slurpee. Okay. Hashtag, not even hashtag 7-Eleven, just Slurpee. Not even spelled right. Ron, I love you. So we are off tomorrow. Join us 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, though, when my show is going to be on. Yay, it's exciting. Saturday, we have Ira and Lena here. They have such good chemistry together. I love their show. Sunday morning, it's going to be Ron, Kenny, and JP. So, I mean, anytime we get to see Kenny is a great time. Love me some Kenny. I thought Kenny was coming back during the week, though, Ron. What's happening here? And then Monday we've got Ron and Chuck because I am traveling on Monday. So I will be back at some point. I don't even know if I'll be with you on Thursday. We will see, hopefully, but I am bringing my computer on my trip so I can do it from there. So be back with us, people, next week or this weekend and next week, and we will see you then. Bye.